What is up, guys? It's Miko3IS, and today, well, one, we're going to be unboxing this box, which is already unboxed, but two, we're going to be tuning the IS350. So I ordered a couple things of R Racing because I was going to order a tune, but then, I had to add some extra few things into the cart. So the first thing, obviously, the tune. They give you a little tuner. You have to put a $500 deposit, and then once you're done tuning, you send it back. The next, we have these LCA bushings. It's for the lower control arms. It's gonna help with the towing, with the inner tire wear. Pretty heavy duty stuff we got going on here. Then we have some spark plugs. I ordered some different ones, but they said they didn't have them, so they upgraded me for free. Pretty cool of them. I appreciate that. This one feels lighter. Oh, I just realized this. They didn't give me 8. They only gave me 6. I only need 6, but I thought they just gave me extra 2 because I was a nice guy. But all right, and I actually didn't just unbox this box. I unboxed it a couple days ago, but I did not make a video. And I also got spacers, which there will be a video on. And I also just got a little oil cap, aluminum oil cap. I'll definitely show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, let's get started on this. So a little paper comes with the tune. It basically just tells you instructions to check your email and get the Dropbox files. As you can see, hi Mokalagaj, your remote kit tuning will be shipped shortly. When you get the kit, please download the instructions, the software from this folder. So check your email, make sure you put in the right email, and add to Dropbox. I already got it added. All right, once you got it, this is what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna go right here to instructions, just so you get a gist of what you gotta do. Boom, RR Racing. Yes, this is what I need. All right, and now you're just gonna basically download all the files they have in here. Just make sure you're very punctual with everything you follow. It's a very simple process, but if you do something wrong, you might fuck your car up. So unfortunately, I already did all of this yesterday because I'm extremely impatient and impulsive, but I figured I'd still make a video to show you guys how to get to where you need to get. So if you're at this step already, now you just got to follow all these instructions step by step. It's very simple. You're going to install all these things. You're going to install a software called Bitbox, which is what you're going to tune with. And then the only annoying part is that you have to actually do all of this stuff. It's basically just like turn the car on, turn it off, plug in the box, click this button, turn the car off, turn it on. The only annoying part is that you have to basically read your ECU and send it out to RR Racing, and they're going to send back the tune within a day or two. Once you're ready to send the tune, it's going to give you a little section to give out vehicle details and a comment section. That's all you got to do. Please add your name and order number in the comment section, and they're going to get back to you shortly. Once they notify you that the tune is ready, you're basically just going to go back on the Bitbox software and upload the tune. Took them about 2 days to get back to me. Wasn't upset about that at all. It was really quick. I was a little anxious because I just wanted it, of course. But once you... oh, shit. Once you get an email saying the tune is ready, you're just going to go back to these instructions and start from 11. It's very simple. More just clicking on and off, plugging in the right things, then clicking write. It's going to write the tune for you on your ECU. And in 5-10 minutes, next thing you know, your car is tuned. All right, guys, it has been a full year today since I recorded that first part of this video. No excuses, I just had a lot going on and I have not been really uploading that much this past year, but this past month or so I have been. And I figured it's a good time to finally post this goddamn review on this goddamn RR Racing tune. Now, I've been running this tune for literally a full year at this point, so I feel like I've learned everything about it. I've saw all the changes. I've felt all the differences. I hate to break it to you, there isn't that much, but there's some key components, especially certain things that I got the tune for specifically. And yeah, I just feel like this is a good time to dig deep and really explain and tell you guys my experience with it. So with that being said, let's get in the car and start driving around and explaining exactly what this tune has done for this car and if I think that you should get it. All right, I was outside for maybe 5 minutes and my phone overheated, so I've been sitting here trying to cool it down, but now I guess it's good. Getting right back into it. The most advertised thing I would say that RR Racing does for these 3ISs is the fact that it brings it up to 7,200 RPM, the red line. So I'll just show you guys that. So that's just revving, that's not driving. I'll show you guys some pulls with it. It's pretty cool. It does give it a little bit of extra go in each gear and an extra bit of pull. It does like a nice little shift up there too. I'm not sure how good it is for the actual engine, but you know, these things are built like fucking tanks, so I don't think it's gonna affect it in any way, or at least not in my lifetime with the car. But it is nice. It does give the gears a longer band. It does give you more power that you wouldn't have in each gear, if that makes any sense. So that's nice. It's nothing crazy in my opinion. So one thing I noticed almost immediately was, for some reason, this tune takes away 2 driver modes. Now the driver modes would be these. You got, in this car, you have eco mode, normal mode, custom mode, which is you basically preset how you want the I forget what it is, the stiffness of the steering wheel, and something else, whatever, doesn't matter. It might be like the transmission or some shit. And then you have sport, and then you have sport plus. So basically, after you tune the car, all you're left with is eco, normal mode, and sport mode. Now personally, I don't have any problem with that. I thought the 5 modes was a little excessive. I didn't even understand the difference between sport and sport plus. It was like one just stays in a certain RPM or a certain gear longer, and then the custom mode I guess was cool, but I drive in normal 90% of the time, unless I'm driving aggressively on the highway. I just like to have a stiffer steering wheel, but that's about it. I don't like driving sport sometimes because I'll just try to go around somebody and then I'm stuck in 3rd gear and I'm at fucking 4,500 RPMs just trying to drive casually. Now another random thing I noticed is that if you're not with traction control off and you're in sport mode, 1st gear it'll shift at about 25 miles per hour, and if you're in regular mode, like your normal mode, it'll go all the way to the 7,200 RPM. So I don't know what that is. Maybe in sport, if it shifts at like 5,000 RPMs instead of 7,200, you have a faster acceleration. But I guess I could test that out right now, honestly. I haven't fiddled around with it too much. Now with the tune, I do feel that the car is a bit more responsive. As soon as I, like step on it or something, the power is right there. I also do have a few things that probably affect that and make that better. I have a cold air intake, and I have basically a muffler delete. I have a Remark axle back, which is basically a fancy muffler delete. So the throttle response is definitely there. I guess I could do some 0 to 60s and 0 to 100 or whatever to compare the times that I had, because I have a 0 to 60 video in stock and after getting my exhaust. So I'll go ahead and do some pulls, so maybe you guys could try to compare, see if there's much of a difference, but I would imagine it's much. Right off the bat, I did feel a bit more power as well, but it's nothing crazy, but it's definitely there. You know what I mean? When you're talking about 15 to 20 to 30 or whatever horsepower difference on a car that's around 300 horsepower, that's like 10%. So you do notice it. Now, the main thing I got a tune for was to remove the governor limiter, basically the limiter that stops your car from going above whatever speed limit it's set to. This car was set to 135, and it could just keep pushing and pushing. The fastest I've went was 149 on a track, and that's because I ran out of space. So I think it could go even faster. But yeah, the 135 was ridiculous. I basically paid $700 to get that removed. Now, the 7,200 RPM is fun, is good. it feels like a Porsche almost. It just keeps pulling. You know what I mean? I'll show you guys right now when I get on the. I gotta enter the Mexico highway. So it is fun. You do feel a little bit of power difference for the price. I don't know. My beef is just, oh man. My beef is mostly that with these naturally aspirated cars, these tunes don't really do too much. I think the most value for somebody looking to get a tune on a 3IS would be the IS 250. If you get, I forget what other things, I think if you get a cold air intake and maybe something exhaust, maybe headers or something, you could literally be pushing the amount of power as an IS 350 with an IS 250. So I think that's the best bang for your buck. But with the IS 350, unless you're bored or something, or I don't know, you just want to do something a little extra to the car, you will notice it. But for the price tag, I don't know if it's worth it, you know. When I think of tunes, I think of like turbo cars or supercharged cars, you know what I mean? I think of cars that are really going to benefit a lot from it. Like, for example, if you go tune and downpipe, let's say a 340i, you know, you could literally get 50% more power. You could do $5,000 worth of work to this car, not talking about a turbo supercharger, and you'll maybe gain 40, if you're lucky, 50 horsepower if you do some crazy shit. So that's what I'm saying. My thing is just, I don't see the point besides taking off the governor limiter, and that's about it. So here, I'll show you guys. It will go all the way up to 7,200, which is like basically the only benefit. Shifted a little early there. I got fucking people in front of me. And it does feel like it has more torque on these higher ends. Running out of space a little bit here. So yeah, it does feel a bit more torquey, and like the power is there. You know, I feel like I'm just bashing on it, but it's not bad. There's no negative effect to the tune. I just think, you know what, here, I think I figured it out. I think it's the car, not the tune. The car doesn't really benefit too much from the tune, you know what I mean? It's like they made the 7,200 RPM to make it more worth your buck, more bang for your buck, or whatever the fuck the saying is. But yeah, it's just naturally aspirated cars and tunes, they don't really make too much sense. The main thing, like I said, is just to get the fucking the speed limiter removed. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do some pulls for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and compare, see what difference you see, because I'm not about to sit here and compare everything. If there's a difference, I would imagine it's maybe 0.2 seconds, 0.3 seconds. So it's not much. I'll do a quick 40 to 100 for you guys here. See, that wasn't too bad. And I like when it gets to 7,200 and it shifts. It goes a bow, bow. It's like a nice little pop, you know? I do like that about it. See there, it shifted a little early by itself. wish I had more space. She was eating there. Alright, do a little 0 to 60 in regular mode. That felt pretty good. I want to do some in the manual mode, I guess without traction off, because honestly, if I gotta shift manually, there's probably no way that it's gonna be faster than the car shifting by itself. So I'm gonna do another one in a normal mode, but in manual, like this, because this shifts automatically by itself, but I guess it's faster. I don't fucking know. Shit doesn't make any sense. And then I'll do a fuel and I was gonna do a U-turn. I'll do a few in sport mode, so you guys could compare the differences. See if there is any. Probably is a little bit. I'm really curious because, like I said, in this mode, in regular mode, it'll go almost to about 7,200 RPMs in the first gear, but in sport mode, it only goes to about like 55 to 6. I meant 1,000, not 7,200. No, dude, I'm fucking. My brain is distorted right now. In sport mode, it'll only go to like 6,000 RPMs, opposed to normal mode, it'll go all the way to the 7,200 RPMs. Alright, this is in a normal mode, but manual, kind of, but I'm not shifting. That felt pretty good too. See, I guess I lied. That one did not shift all the way at 7,200. It did it a little early. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna actually do a traction off one in normal mode and a traction off in a sport mode as well. Hopefully I could, quick enough to the point where it's efficient. Gotta pop a little U-turn. Let's is that annoying if I pull into this fucking house and do a U-turn? I think it is. I'm probably looking out the window like, what the fuck is going on right now? Fucking dope. Appreciate you, cuz. Alright, I gotta pull my damn car over to turn traction off. Cause you can't do it while you're driving for some reason, you know? Well, you can, but just not fully. Alright, we valid like salad. I'm gonna need my right hand for this. Alright, ready? 0, 60. Oh. Might have been like a millisecond too late on the shift there, but that felt great off the jump. That one felt great off the jump on the rip back. Alright, now let's do some sport mode action. I feel like I should do a 0 to 100 too, but I don't really have the space for that here. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll get some clips the next day or so, or I'll go scouting. Alright, sport mode. You see, shift at 5,500. I saw it. Shifted at 5,500. It's like, what? I don't understand if that makes. I gotta look at this after. I don't know if that makes it faster or slower. But I mean, I would assume it makes it faster. If it's doing it for some reason, you know what I mean? Alright, 0 to 60 in sport mode, while in manual. Alright, I think that felt like the best one so far. I think that early shift in first gear does actually help, but who knows? I'm not a professional, you know? Alright, sport mode, traction off. That one felt pretty good too, but I was also like a millisecond too late. I heard the rev limiter go really quick. I still think the one right before this might have been the best, but I'll sit and compare the times. So yeah, I don't know. The car, I mean, I've been driving this for a year now with my exact setup, so I'm not really gonna, I can't tell you the difference of when I first got the car, but the car feels quick, feels decently fast. It's all the stuff I did to the car, I feel did make it better off the jump. I feel like the car had an issue just being really slow, 0 to 60, or like the first gears or whatnot. Top end, car definitely picks up and just keeps on pushing. Like 4th gear goes up to 130, 135 or something. Like this thing just keeps, so I can't even imagine getting the full length of the 6th gear. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying I never had a chance to have enough track or enough land, enough whatever the fuck to see what this car could really do. But one of these days, man, one of these days, hopefully I will. So in the end, you know, you get what you get with the tune. They show you the dyno numbers, they show you what is expected. Personally, with the IS350, I would do a lot of stuff before you get the tune. Like for example, add some more airflow in your exhaust. Full exhaust would be good. All I got was a catback exhaust, then a cold air intake as well. I got both those things done first, and I felt a difference right away. With the tune, you do feel a little bit more of a difference, but it's nothing drastic, you know what I mean? When you see other cars getting tuned, it's like they're gaining 40 to 50, or even let's say 20 to 30%. With this car, you're looking at maybe a 10% gain if you're lucky, because that's extra 30 horsepower on this car that comes stock with 308, and they tell you you're not gonna get that much. Now if you are running the IS250, then you can definitely get a good amount of gain in power. They say you could gain up to like 50 or 60 horsepower if you do full bolt-ons. You get their intake and something else, I forget what it is. So overall, I'm happy with the tune. I mostly got it to get the rev, the rev limiter up to 7200. That's not like a big thing for me. It is fun, it does sound nice, but mostly just to get the top speed limiter removed, so you know I could top out a little higher than 135. Plus there's nothing else I could really do power wise besides air induction or some other crazy thing that's going to cost a shit ton of money. So with what I have done to the car, I thought the tune would be nice, and it definitely is. It goes good together with a little bit more airflow added into your engine and exhaust. So if you're looking for a tune or a mod or both, I would definitely recommend RR Racing to go with the Lexus. I was looking at M-Force tune, and like I said, I wanted that mostly to get the pops and bangs, but if I had to get that, I'd have to get catless headers, or maybe they could have cats, I forget. But I know I'd have to get headers and then something else in the exhaust and all that work just to hear a bit of a pop. And honestly, there's a huge chance it just wouldn't even sound good. So it just wasn't worth it. RR Racing felt like the best and most affordable and most reliable choice, and that's what I went with. And I'd highly recommend it to the next person. I don't know why I keep doing this with my hands, like I'm talking with my hand, but I would definitely recommend RR Racing. The team's great. They helped me out quick. Everything went smooth. I got my deposit back after like a week of sending it back. So if you guys are looking for the tune for the IS, sorry, I think they do 2 IS too. Definitely get RR Racing. Try out the other ones. I've heard great things about M-Force tune. The only thing is they don't have a lot of back testing. RR Racing has been doing this shit for a very long time. So if I'm gonna do something like that to my car, I'd rather go with a reputable source. But other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. It took a long time to come out. Didn't even announce that I got the tune. I mean, I just kind of said it in other videos. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Got a new video coming next week, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.